But I don't see that on display within our communities anymore because everybody has clicked up and us against you. Our assembly is bigger than yours. We come to our assembly because they don't have the right doctrine. So that's not a display of love. I want you to understand the difference between that. Acting is someone who does a job for a short time while the person who usually does the job is not there, or temporarily performing someone else's duty. See, when you acting like you love somebody, it's not truly who you are. You're putting on a show for someone else. But when you have an action behind it, which is action is something that you do. A simple definition, something that you do. It doesn't say something that you feel, something that you cry about. It says something that you do. So if you have love, that means you're about to do something. That means you're going to perform a duty. And your duty is to love your brothers and your sisters. Amen. And so acting has become pretending to love someone. You know that it's not in your, when you know that it's not in your character or your spirit. But action, you don't even have to pretend to be in, because that's who you are. There's an action behind it and you display it at all times. You don't have to put on a facade for anybody, because if you genuinely have love for someone, you don't even have to pretend it. It's going to display. You don't have to say it because it's going to shine through. When you truly love someone, as brothers and sisters in believing who Yeshua is, we're all supposed to have that action. It's supposed to be on display at all times. But I don't see that on display within our communities anymore because everybody has clicked up and us against you. Our assembly is bigger than yours. We come to our assembly because they don't have the right doctrine. So that's not a display of love. That's acting. Love is all-consuming, empowering, lives in each of us. Our heart is the symbol of love that resides in us that Yah displays from heaven down to earth. Love is what binds people together against hate and dishonesty. Love is what keeps us from fighting with our enemies when we can fight with our enemies. When we don't want to fight about doctrine, when we don't want to fight what's going on in other people's lives, because of our love, we push ourselves away from those things. That's the kind of love that we're supposed to display at all times. Love is not joy in what a person is, but it's genuinely understood as an obligation to helping someone be who they ought to be. That's what love does for you. It helps one person when he falls short to get to where, when you see that potential in that person, to help him get to that place. It's not about being selfish. Yeah. The Hebrew word for love is ahib, H-A-H-E-B. And that's strong, 157, that's A-H-E-B. And it just simply means to love. That's an action in it. To love. It is a verb, which is a word used to describe an action, a state or occurrence. That's what it is. It's an action. And its best example of that action of love is in Deuteronomy 6, verse 4 through 6. And it says, "Hear, O Israel, the Elohim our God is one God. And thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thine heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy might." To love someone with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might, it takes some action. Yes, it takes for you to put in some effort. See, if you ain't putting in any effort, you're acting instead of putting out action. All these words, he says, which I command thee. He didn't say I ask that you do this. He said, I command thee this day that shall be in thine heart. So what is in our heart that we're not showing love for our brothers and sisters? We ain't showing any action. We putting on more acts than we putting on action. All right. Yeshua said that was the greatest commandment. It seems that we break that commandment every day. I don't hear nobody talking up in here. Matthew 22, verse 36 through 40 said, Master, which is the greatest commandment in the law? Yeshua said to him, Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thine heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind. This is the first and greatest commandment.
Hallelujah.
We can keep up with every other commandment, every law, every statute, every commandment, but when it comes down to love,
All right.
there's no action, there's no talk about it. Because people know they genuinely don't have that kind of love that he's talking about for one another. We don't have that kind of love for each other. We'll say we do, but again, we're acting. We're not showing any action. So it goes on to say, the second is like unto this. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. We all love ourselves now. We'll get up in the morning, make sure we look right. We'll make sure everything is good with us. If we're ailing, we'll go to the doctor. If anything's aching, we'll go to the doctor. But because we love ourselves. But can we love our brothers like that? When he's down and out and he ain't feeling well, can we get up and say, well, I don't feel like taking you to the doctor, but because I love you, I'm going to show you some action and I'm going to take you to the doctor. He said, on these two commandments. He didn't say all the rest of them. I know there's plenty of them that we're supposed to abide by, but he said on these two. Hang all the law. Hang all the rest of it, what you know, on these two commandments and all the prophets. So if a person understands that and obeys these two commandments, they will understand and fulfill the word of which God is trying to reach to us.
That's right.
They'll understand that. If you have love within you, the rest of it becomes real easy.
That's it.
We were created out of love. We were created out of love. The Most High loved us just that much that he created us. So you can tell what a person loves by what he devotes his time to.
Right.
What he's most passionate about. If he's more passionate, or as a pastor, are you more passionate about your people? Are you more passionate about how your tithing is coming in? Are you making sure that your people are being edified by the word, that their soul will be saved? What is your passion? Is that what you love? Because if you love it, you're going to put more action to it. So what a person loves the most is reflected by their motivations. So from the beginning, God was moved by great love. Genesis 1:27 says, so y'all created man in his own image. What did I say? When we love, we get up for him. So he made us in his own image. God created him, in male and female, he created them. And he says to Isaiah in Isaiah 43:7, everyone that is called by my name, for I have created him for my glory. I have formed him, yea, I have made him. So he loved himself, and he loved us so much that he created us in his image. Yes. Isaiah 48:9-12 says, for my name's sake will I defer my anger, and for my praise I will refrain for thee. I will cut thee not off. He could have cut us off a long time ago. Yeah. But if it wasn't for love. Verse 10 says, behold, I have refined thee, but not with silver. I have chosen thee in the furnace of affliction. For mine own sake, even for my own sake, will I do it. How should mine be polluted? And how should my name be polluted? And I will not give my glory unto another. So I love you that much. I created you for me. I love you, and I need you to love me back like that by being obedient to me. Yes. I'm not going to let you give my love to anybody else. All right. All right. Yeah. The only reason that we know that love exists is because of the action, not the acting of our Father. Although there is character in his characteristics. The Greeks characterize the word love into 4 categories. They are communicated as eros, storge, eros is E-R-O-S, storge is S-T-O-R-G-E, and phileo, which is P-H-I-L-I-O, and agapeo. And we will only discuss 2 of them at length because the other 2 are really not mentioned as much in the scripture, and that's eros and storge. But I'll give you a quick synopsis of what eros is. Eros is the Greek word for sensual or romantic love. The term originated from the mythological Greek god of love. It's sexual desire, physical attraction, and physical love. That sounds like us, don't it? Well, that's what we like to call love right there. Physical attraction, sexual desire. See, we have misquoted what we think is love to our carnal bodies. We think that makes us love somebody when they feel we physically attracted to them, or we lay down with them, and now we in love. Oh, I'm just getting quiet in here, but I'm gonna be done. He told y'all I'm gonna be up here very long.